Hey everyone, welcome back to Geology Wonders. Have you ever looked at a shiny stone and thought, wait, is this a gem, a crystal, or just a rock? Have you ever wondered why some stones are called gems, others crystals, and some just rocks? Do they all mean the same thing? Well, the answer is, no, they don't. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you simple, clear, and easy to understand. Whether you love science, nature, or beautiful stones, this video is made just for you. So before we begin, hit that like button, subscribe to Geology Wonders, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Alright, are you ready? Let's get started. Section 1. What is a mineral? Alright, let's begin with the foundation of everything. Minerals. Before we talk about gems and crystals, we must understand minerals first because everything starts here. So, what exactly is a mineral? A mineral is a natural substance that forms in nature, is solid, is not made by humans, has a fixed chemical formula, has an organized atomic structure. Now, in simple words, minerals grow naturally inside the earth, over thousands or even millions of years. They are not made in factories. They are created by nature itself. Some common examples include quartz, feldspar, calcite, gypsum. Let's take quartz as an example. Quartz is made of silicon and oxygen, written as CO. And here's something amazing. Every single quartz crystal in the world has this same formula. Whether it's in the USA, Africa, Asia, or Europe, CO is always CO. That's what makes quartz a true mineral. And here's why minerals are so important. Minerals are the building blocks of our planet. Without minerals, no rocks, no mountains, no soil, no continents. In other words, without minerals, Earth as we know it would not exist. Section 2. What is a crystal? Alright, now, let's move on to something really fascinating. Crystals. When most people hear the word crystal, they think of something shiny, beautiful, and magical. But in geology, crystals are something very specific. A crystal is a mineral that has grown in a clear, repeating shape. In other words, it's a mineral that had enough time and space to grow perfectly. Inside every crystal, atoms are arranged in a very precise pattern. Think of it like bricks in a wall, placed neatly, one by one. This perfect pattern creates flat surfaces, sharp edges, beautiful geometric shapes. For example, quartz grows in six-sided shapes, salt grows in perfect cubes, diamond grows in octahedrons. Nature is basically doing math and geometry underground. But here's something important to know. Not all minerals become visible crystals. Why? Because some minerals grow too fast, don't have enough space, are crushed by pressure, so they never form perfect shapes. That's why this rule is very important. All crystals are minerals, but not all minerals are crystals. Say that again with me. All crystals are minerals, but not all minerals are crystals. Now, crystals are not just for decoration. They are used in our everyday life more than you might think. They are truly one of nature's most amazing creations. Crystals are found in phones and computers, jewelry, medical equipment, watches, so the next time you use your phone or wear a watch, remember you are using crystals. They are truly one of nature's most amazing creations. Section 3. What is a rock? 6:39. Alright. Now, let's talk about something we all see every day. Rocks. We walk on them. We build with them. We see them in mountains and rivers. But what exactly is a rock? In geology, a rock is a natural mixture of one or more minerals. That's very important. Unlike minerals, rocks do not have a fixed chemical formula. That means, no two rocks are exactly the same. Each rock has its own unique story. Let me give you an example. Take granite, for instance. Granite is made of quartz, feldspar, mica. These minerals mix together to form one strong rock. Now look at basalt. Basalt forms from lava that cools very quickly, so it contains many tiny minerals that are hard to see. And limestone. Limestone is mostly made of calcite and often comes from shells and marine life. So every rock tells us something about Earth's past. Now, geologists divide rocks into three main types. Let's look at them one by one. Igneous rocks. These rocks form from melted magma or lava. When hot magma cools, it turns into solid rock. Examples include granite basalt. These rocks come directly from Earth's inner heat. 2. Sedimentary rocks. These rocks form from layers of sand, mud, and shells. Over time, these layers are pressed together and become rock. Examples include sandstone, limestone. These rocks often contain fossils and tell us about ancient environments. 3. Metamorphic rocks. 3. Metamorphic rocks. These rocks start as other rocks, but then they are changed by heat and pressure deep underground. They are reborn as new rocks. Examples include marble. Slate. Marble, for example, comes from limestone. So, in summary, rocks are made of minerals. They form in different ways, and they shape our planet. From mountains to valleys to riverbeds, rocks make up Earth's crust and landscapes. They are the foundation of our world. Section 4. What is a gemstone? Alright, now, let's move to everyone's favorite part. Gemstones. These are the stones that shine in jewelry stores, appear in movies, and symbolize wealth, love, and beauty. But in geology, gems are more than just pretty stones. A gemstone is usually a mineral that has been cut, polished, shaped to be used in jewelry. In other words, nature creates the stone, humans turn it into a treasure. But here's something interesting. Not all gems come from minerals. Some gems come from living things, from organic materials. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, to be called a true gemstone, a stone must have 4 main qualities. It must have beautiful color, strong shine, good hardness, rarity. A stone is soft, dull, or common, it usually won't become a gemstone. Now, let's look at some famous examples. Some of the most popular gemstones in the world are diamond, ruby, sapphire, emerald, opal. Let's talk about these for a moment. Diamond is the hardest natural material on Earth. That's why it's used not only in jewelry, but also in cutting tools and machines. Now, here's something surprising. Ruby and sapphire come from the same mineral. They are both made of corundum. The only difference is color. Red corundum is ruby. Blue corundum is sapphire. Amazing, right? And emerald. Emerald is a beautiful green type of the mineral beryl. Its color comes from tiny amounts of chromium and vanadium. Now, remember when I said not all gems are minerals? Here are 2 famous examples. Amber, fossilized tree resin, pearls made by oysters inside shells. These are gems, but they are not minerals. So this is very important to remember. Not every gem is a mineral, but many minerals can become gems. And that's what makes gemstones so special. They are where science meets beauty. Section 5. Famous gem locations. Now that we know what gems are, let's talk about where the most amazing gemstones come from. Gemstones are found all over the world, and some locations are famous for producing the highest quality stones. Let's start with the United States. Montana is famous for its beautiful sapphires. Arkansas is home to diamonds, yes, real diamonds. Next, Ethiopia. Wallow produces opals that are world famous for their incredible fire and color. These opals are highly sought after in jewelry all over the world. Then, Brazil, known for amethyst and quartz. Some of the largest and most colorful crystals in the world come from Brazil. And finally, South Africa, famous for diamonds. Many of the largest gems in history come from here. Each gemstone's location affects its color, quality, and value. But remember, mining gemstones is not just about beauty and money. It's also about responsibility, protecting the environment, helping local communities, and making sure mining is ethical. So, the next time you see a sparkling gem in a ring or pendant, think about the journey it took, from deep in the earth to your jewelry box. Section 6. Simple comparison. Right? We've covered minerals, crystals, rocks, and gems. Now, it's time to tie it all together, so it's super easy to remember. Here's the breakdown. Mineral, a natural solid with the fixed chemical formula. Example, quartz. Think of it as the building block of everything on Earth. Crystal, a mineral that has grown into a clear, repeating shape. Example, quartz crystal. Rule to remember: all crystals are minerals, but not all minerals are crystals. Rock, a mixture of minerals. Example, granite rocks form mountains, valleys, riverbeds, and landscapes. Gem, a beautiful, rare, and valuable stone used in jewelry. Example, diamond. Some gems are minerals. Some are organic. But all are treasures. Easy way to remember: think of it like a layer. Rocks, minerals, crystals, gems. Rocks are made of minerals. Some minerals grow into crystals. Some crystals are cut and polished into gems. So next time you see a shiny stone, you'll know exactly what it is. Conclusion and outro. Today, we covered a lot. Minerals, the building blocks of our planet. Crystals, nature's perfect geometric creations. Rocks, the mixtures that make up mountains and landscapes. Gems, Earth's most beautiful and valuable treasures. Geology isn't just about rocks and stones. It's about understanding our planet, appreciating its beauty, and seeing the science behind what we sometimes take for granted. If you enjoyed this video, here's what to do next. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe to Geology Wonders for more amazing geology content. Share it with friends who love science or beautiful stones. And I want to hear from you. Which topic should we explore next? Volcanoes, fossils, mining, gems, earthquakes. Drop your ideas in the comments below. Thank you for watching Geology Wonders. Your adventure into the world of rocks, crystals, and gems starts here. Stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video.